Hey y'all, welcome back to Inside the Barrel. I'm Double J.
I'm Big H.
I'm Nathan.
Nate Dog.
Hey, welcome back. We're here to do one again from one of our friends, actually a lot of our friends up in Freeland, Michigan. We like to say their name a lot. The guys from Bourbon Junkies at Evernorth Spirits. That's the name of the distillery, non-distiller, producer, whatever you want to call their location they've got.
Yeah, ever since we went up there and met with those guys, Dan, Sean, and our favorite bourbon junkie, Brandon.
Yes, he doesn't get enough screen time. Brandon, we need to see you on the YouTube videos more often.
There we go.
Okay. So, this is Spirit Walker 3. So I don't know if you watch our videos enough, you'll notice that we named Bourbon of the Year last year for 2024?
Spirit Walker 2.
Spirit Walker 2, which was their bonfire blend, and we actually drank that, bought a bottle from the distillery, drank that.
At a bonfire.
At a bonfire outside your garage and smoked cigars. If you've ever been in a traffic light pub, we actually smoked cigars with the bonfire burn in traffic light pubs. Let's just say Double J was not happy with cigar smoke. But so the two complemented each other really well. But we are on to Spirit Walker 3. So what is Spirit Walker?
Talk about what is Spirit Walker? Spirit Walker is part of their Omen line, and it's basically their what if bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their Essence line, which is single barrels and rye that they'll finish and stuff. But the Omen line is what if.
It's all blood ifs too. It's a lot of different. It's their experimental line.
So 2 we were really excited about because they finished it in honey and Almirana. We were big in Almirana last year. This Spirit Walker 3 is actually finished in blackberry brandy, raspberry brandy, and Madagascar vanilla.
And what Nate Dogg mentioned was barrels. Those are all barrels too. So it's not as if they added flavoring to this. So this truly is still a bourbon because it's finished in those barrels. And what do they call this one from a nickname? So that last Spirit Walker 2 was Bonfire Blend. They call this because of that. Brandy, raspberry, blackberry, vanilla.
They call it the Cobbler.
The Cobbler. So, we didn't point out that too. Yes, our favorite bourbon junkie did actually sign this bottle. Double J picked this up. This was a special distiller. Was this a Black Friday release or not?
I believe it was.
It might have been. So, special distiller only release. I feel like very few of these bottles made it out to Patreon. We were lucky enough that Double J could get there in time and get a bottle and make sure that he actually met with Brandon and we got Brandon to sign it there. So that signature right there is going to be worth something someday, I'm sure.
Jeez, wow.
Yeah,
absolutely. Thank you, Brandon.
Experimental mash bill from Sagamore, finished in those, just like we talked about.
Yep.
Notes on it with everybody that's been able to get it. They just say it's an absolute warm fruit bomb.
Yeah.
Cherries, vanillas.
So 110, 9-year age statement, $80 I think is what you pay for it, MSRP. Yep. Nate Dogg likes to call this. What do you like to call this? Someone comes to your house and says, "I don't like bourbon."
Yeah, I mean
wow!
You haven't had this?
You haven't had
that is.
It doesn't taste like bourbon.
That blackberry just hits you.
That's
terrific.
And it's hard to believe it's not finished because it is such a strong blackberry and like you get all the blackberry, the raspberry, and the vanilla.
And then at the end, I'm getting
it's
vanilla at the end.
It's hard to realize that this actually isn't a flavored whiskey as opposed to a bourbon.
It's like nothing I've ever had.
Yeah, when we film, we get together a couple times a year, probably more than that. But when we film a bunch of episodes in a row. So this is probably our 4th or 5th one of the day. We actually had to make sure that this one here was the last one of the day because this would just ruin our palate for everything else we're going to drink after that.
It's just so different.
It's different. It almost tastes like a mixed drink or something like that, as opposed to just a straight.
Right. I would go along with that.
I'm just so sweet. You're the sweet guy.
I'm the sweet guy, but it's a different kind of sweet. I'm typically not a fruit sweet guy. I'm not a big fruit guy. I'm not a cherry pie, raspberry pie, all that kind of stuff. But it is good.
Like nothing you've ever had, right?
Never.
I keep looking at your face.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is.
You tell somebody that something that has 110 proof is going to taste like cherry. I'm thinking I'm drinking Robitussin.
Right.
And it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't taste like cough syrup. It's great.
This would be a drink even for the non-bourbon drink.
You can have this in the bonfire. Just sit around a bonfire, have one of these.
This reminds me a little more of like a summer drink, maybe by the pool. I
think it's warm enough. I think it's warm enough. I don't think it's a summer drink.
I
think it's warm.
It's warm. I mean,
it's
a fall day.
I think it'd be a travesty to put this over ice.
Oh
It
no.
really
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you
just-
wouldn't do that.
I can't even imagine
Maybe
what
a
that.
very very early beginner because they might get scared with 110, but it's
I don't
It's
think
great.
I don't think the heat's there. I don't know what that water would do to it. I mean, there's just so much flavor in there now that I think it's just.
you wouldn't want to
So
ruin it.
I don't want to sum it up. I mean, I don't know. I think we all kind of agree here. You got it. It's going back on my shelf.
It's going on my shelf.
I need to get Brandon to sign more bottles here for me. But
Brandon.
you want to give it a rating between 1 and 5?
Oh, definitely a 5.
Okay, wow.
Definitely
okay.
a 5. It's nothing that we've ever had.
What do you got?
Yeah.
In your rotation, it's.
Oh yeah. In my rotation for something different. You know
Yeah,
me, I'm
it's-
always looking for just a different flavor, so definitely in
It's
my
probably not
rotation.
in my rotation
Yeah.
because that's a special event.
So I don't think we said bourbon junkies enough in this episode. But guys, keep doing what you're doing. Brandon, keep driving those guys to keep doing this good stuff up there. We know you're in charge up there,
And
you gotta
keep
it all
us
going.
in mind, and these bottles that are now flying off the shelf for a year and a half into this brand being
I know,
out
yeah.
there, and they're harder and harder to
I
find,
don't-
especially outside of
I-
Michigan. So keep us in mind.
I don't know what level I am on the Patreon, but I do see my name in their credits, and you
Yeah.
actually pointed that.
Put
But
the picture on.
I tell you, I'm so far down in those levels that I can barely get any of these.
they're just going
bottles.
to tell you to pay more.
They're going to tell me to pay more.
But they're all sold out. A lot of those levels are.
yeah.
rare.
So guys,
Anyway.
buy more barrels, make 9-barrel, 12-barrel blends.
We hope this video does
You hit it
well.
on the cobbler.
Yes.
We hope this video does well, but we hope it doesn't make you so popular that we can't get these anymore because
Yeah.
they're that good. So, anyway, with that, subscribe to our show as well.
Nate Dogg's going to be talking to you guys about a store pick at some point too.
Yes.
Oh yes, we are.
Subscribe to the show.
Toodaloo.